Come on now, we're going to have a ball today from 3 to 4. I'm Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, very excited to come before you on Level Up Podcast with Dr. Lowe. I'm so excited. We're going to bring it to you today, and we want you to enjoy it. We want you to be a part of it. We want you to be interactive by whatever social media device you're on. Call in to our radio station, the chat line, so you can share your point of view. You can type the point of view on the social media device. Make sure you can call in and do it, because we're going to make it do what it do. So we're going to listen to a little bit. We don't own the rights to the music. I want to play a little bit of the music right now, and then we're going to let you know that's what it's all about. If you got it, you're not going to sabotage your relationship if you got it. You got the it factor. My, if you got it, go ahead and do your thing, whether you're a young lady or young man or middle-aged man or middle-aged lady or a person of wisdom on both sides. Again, I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, and this is Level Up Podcast with Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, or Dr. Lowe. We're going to focus on an awesome topic in relation to relationships. And the purpose of Level Up with Dr. Lowe is to share with you ways you can level up your life, or be able to be leveling up what you're doing, or leveling up your success. This is what it's all about. We're going to chat with you, offer some thoughts and ideas. You have the opportunity to chat back with us through our chat, and the chat line is 347-857-4192. Press 1, and I'll make sure I get you online by identify the last 4 digits of your cell. Actually, location you can chat with below about our topic of today, which is have you ever sabotaged a promising relationship? I really want you to think about that, because we want to be successful in life. We want to be able to level up, but have you literally just sabotaged a promising relationship? So when you call in, make sure you press 1, and I'll make sure to identify those last 4 digits of your cell, and then we'll ask for your location, and you can chat with Dr. Lowe as we talk about whether you or not have you ever sabotaged a promising relationship. Kind of on this Sunday, but we're going to make it do what it do. This is a spirited Sunday, so we're excited about the opportunity. You can go to the web link, and in the web link you can just hear the show. Type in www.blogtalkradio.com/WVSW Internet Radio. You also have a chance to go to our website, which is WVSW Radio, the Internet Station 23.wic.com. And our shows are being broadcast live on Facebook, Big O Live, TikTok, and the handle for those 3 is Dr. L. Alberto Smith. On Instagram, you can check us out. We're partners with the Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma chapter of Greenville, Alabama. That's Z Squad Greenville 1981. On YouTube, you can join us on YouTube at the Smithway Enterprises. And on Super Live, you have a chance to view our shows. We're live on Super Live, and you can support us through whatever our monetization is, and each and every one of them. Just support what we're doing here, and that'll be at WVSW Radio Internet, at WVSW Radio Internet. So I'm excited because we have a chance to just kind of share some very important news with you. On January the 15th of 2025, We'll be moving to StreamYard and Podcast Serve FM. So we'll be able to be broadcast on another platform, but also broadcasting on FM. We're going to post our shows on FM, so you get a chance to check us out on FM, and that is called Podcast Serve FM. Also, we are excited because since we've been in existence for the 7 years, we have listeners and watchers in 50 countries and on 6 continents. So we're thankful we can get the word out, but we're an interactive platform. So we want you to call in our chat now, our chat line, or type in your comments on one of the social media devices that you might be on. So we're just so glad to be here and serve you on this Sunday afternoon, and it's just a blessing. Also, you have an opportunity to register for WVSW Radio giveaways. What we ask you, your name with the means of transaction. And those means of transaction are, you can send one of these 5 I'm going to mention: Bitcoin, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle, along with your name to register for our giveaway. To Lorenza D. Smith 15@gmail.com or WVSW Radio Internet Station 23@gmail.com. So you can send it to either one of them and we can register you. We're excited because we just recently given away 3 cards. We gave away 3 books that our authors have been on this show. So we're excited about coming to you. I also want to share with you, and it comes from our in what we're doing, one of the partners, also a sponsor, the Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma Chapter of Greenville, Alabama, having a service project on tomorrow. And what they're doing in the service project is called Operation Blue Hope. And this is an annual elderly blanket giveaway where they go around to within the county. Is 2 counties. One is Butler County and one of them is Crenshaw County. They go around to the rehab, living assistant or nursing home and provide blankets for each one of those clients or patients. So on tomorrow, they will be going around to those rehab, healthcare, and nursing homes to provide blankets for nursing homes, rehab centers in Georgiana, Alabama, in Greenville, Alabama, and in Crenshaw County, Luverne, Alabama. Those 3 sites are named in Butler County, Georgiana Rehabilitation Center. In Greenville, it's called Crown Healthcare in Greenville. And in Luverne, it's called the Luverne Rehabilitation Center, LLC. If you want to support the brothers, you can by cash apping the chapter, whatever you want to buy 1 blanket. That's what they asking, if you will. If you want to donate, and the cash app tag is $ZETA PHISIGMA. So it's Zeta Phi Sigma, and that's the chapter, and that's the cash app. And you can send your donation of $1 up to whatever amount you want to. $1 will help as well. So they want me to share that with you. So those brothers been doing this. This is their 2nd year doing this annual elderly blanket giveaway. And this falls under their project called Operation Blue Hope. They're also doing Thanksgiving. And last 2 years before, 2 years previously, they did a toy and bike drive where they gave away about 25 bikes to children who wasn't receiving anything. They are supporting the communities in both Butler and Crenshaw, supporting what we're doing here. Also, we ask you to monetize in support of what we're doing here. You can buy a badge, you can buy a star, you can buy a flower, a light, you can buy a diamond. You also can sow a seed of $1 to the radio station to purchase the gifts that we give away or raffle off in our giveaway. And you can send that $1 to Cash App, $ LORENZA, D as in David, SMITH. The brothers giving away gift cards. They are also investing with their raffling off food. That's a giveaway. They're raffling off hotel stay where they take care of the whole stay. That's the brothers with Phi Beta Sigma, along with our other sponsors. In regards to WVSW Radio, they're partners with us, and we're giving away 3 nights, 4 days, 5 nights, 6 days, internationally as well as domestic. And they'll be in January. We'll be giving away those hotel stays. So we need you to register. You can type in the comment section your name, and if you want to place a means of transaction along with your name, because what we do with the transaction, we actually give love offerings. This is the season for giving. And with your name, we do from $5 to $100. We'll send it to you, whether it's Cash App, Bitcoin, PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle. We'll send it to you. And throughout the year, each quarter, we'll be sending you something that you know we appreciate what you're doing. So we thank you for your support. We also want to congratulate the Smith family along with WVSW Radio, the #1 internet station, for providing blankets for the rehab center, a rehab unit of Capitol Hill Healthcare in Montgomery, Alabama. That was 21 blankets that they provided for the rehab section. That is a spirit of giving. Thank you so much, the team at WVSW Radio, along with the Smith family, for supporting giving back in this time of the year. So if you want to donate anything to help, we're so thankful for you doing that. And we are just blessed. We're truly blessed to be able to do that at this radio station. So let's get started with our show. I wanted to kind of get everything out there. The last thing I would add, if you actually sow a seed of $1 with WVSW Radio Station at Cash App, $ LORENZA, D as in David, SMITH, and or PayPal, Lorenza D. Smith 15 at gmail.com. So as we closely get to the holidays, we want to continue to give, and we will continue to give. We will be supporting and the brothers of Phi Beta Sigma in their blanket drive. We're purchasing 15 blankets for them to support and donate to them. And we just ask you, if you got a penny to give, $1 to give, you can. If not, thank you. But don't give if you can't afford to give. Don't give if you can't afford to give. So as we move forth in our format today, we're going to focus on our title. Have you ever sabotaged? Have you ever sabotaged a promising relationship? A relationship that had promise, a relationship that might give you a favorable outcome. Have you just literally sabotaged that relationship? And I want you to think about it. Again, this is Level Up with Dr. Lowe on WVSW Radio, the #1 internet station. We have listeners, watchers in 50 countries and on 6 continents. And we're so thankful for all the listeners that's joining us now. I see a couple of people I know recently. Thank you so much. Is that Erica Parker? Thank you. Anthony Ham. Dr. Tam, I saw you. BB, thank you. Hendrix, 888, thank you so much. Trying to give a shout out to those individuals as they join us. Sean, 84 _ Tracy, thank you for taking time. Boris Collins, thank you. We got Stacy Bella joining us. Ben Glass, thank you for taking time to be here. We all have sophisticated and look like that say Dio, sophisticated duo. Thank you. Incorporated. Let me give a shout out to them. Thank you. Dr. Tam is a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Thank you so much, Dr. Tam. El Esperanza. Thank you so much. Shelly Dancer. Thank you so much for joining us. Craig Jones, thank you so much for taking time to join us. To Leah, thank you so much for joining us. We have Mertour Battle. Thank you. We got Inutu.Nyambi. Thank you so much. _skinny _mini. Mary, Bobby, Myra Love, Tim Price, Diane. And we're going to continue to give everybody a shout out, but we got to get started with our show. Time sometime get away from us, so we're going to make this thing do what it do. We're so blessed, but I want you to call in and be a part of the show because our chat line is available where you can share your thoughts, and the number is 347-857-4192. Let's repeat that. 347-857-4192. Press 1. I'll make sure I get your line, identify the last 4 digits of your cell, actually your location, and you can chat with Dr. Lowe as we talk about, have you ever sabotaged a promising relationship? As we move forward, we want to focus on a couple things as we break it down. See, we want to look at what is sabotaging a relationship mean. A lot of people are not aware exactly what it means. And what we want to do, we want to make sure we share some information that'll kind of make you think about, did I actually do that? When we're talking about sabotaging a relationship, think about intentionally or unintentionally engaging in behavior that actively harms or undermine your romantic relationship. Have you ever done that? If you want to say a romantic partnership, it's fine. Have you had some intentional or unintentional, deep-seated insecurity? You have been in a relationship. I know you have, where someone is insecure. When they're insecure, they don't trust. They just are not to the point where they're and they are stable enough to allow themselves to experience a promising relationship. So they would rather sabotage or ruin that relationship because of their insecurity, because of their past experience. See, we have to go back and include, when we say past experience, that someone who dealt with trauma in the past, may have been from a childhood, may have been from previous relationship, no matter how long ago. If you don't address it, it will follow and be along with you as that baggage when you go into the next relationship. So when you take an opportunity to address your past, you can be successful in your relationship. I want to focus on one other thing that was said. It said when people intentionally or unintentionally engage in behavior to destroy or ruin the relationship, then the end results will be a failed relationship. And what comes out of that when you intentionally do that is there's a fear. It's a fear that you have not been able to address and haven't been able to use the opportunity of the support to help you get over that fear, that you're going to sabotage every opportunity that you have to be in a happy, healthy, long-lasting relationship. You're going to do that because you haven't had the success. So as we think about our insecurity, deep-seated insecurity, as we talk about our past experience and think about that triggers us that we go to the defense. And when we go to the defense, we start constructing walls in our inner self that we don't want to be vulnerable enough to be hurt again. So what we will do, we potentially decide to break down the ability for the relationship to be successful. And it's many ways we're going to focus on how people sabotage their relationship. But when you begin to potentially break down the relationship by pushing the other person away, creating obstacles to connection. Ask yourself, have you ever done that relationship? As I said, I wanted to touch on something that was important, intentional. I always say, if you want to be in a relationship, and a healthy, long-lasting relationship, be intentional. Be intentional by having a conversation with that person. This is my intent. This is what I'm looking for. This is the favorable outcome I'm looking for. See, if you do that, you can't sabotage because you put it in, especially if they're on the same page with you. If they're not on the same page, then you need to pull your tent up, keep it moving, because they ensure themselves. You want to be in a relationship with someone who's intentional. Then you will not have no need to sabotage that relationship or ruin that relationship because you know what the intent is. So when you think about what is sabotaging a relationship mean, is that you know that that person is intentionally trying to destroy the relationship. And sometimes unintentionally to create a sense of insecurity, create a sense of trauma because they don't want to be in a relationship. So we need to make sure we vet people before we begin to get into a relationship. And people always talk about, well, you can't do that. Yes, you can. You should vet. You should have a vetting process in everything you do in life. For example, I had a conversation with an individual I know has been in the career education, retired now after 30 plus years, 35 plus years. And one of the things in our conversation, the young lady said, she said, a problem with most of these people, even the people that hire various people in these administrative positions, the organization does not do a complete vetting process, and the person seeking the job do not do a good vetting of that job. The same way applied to your relationship. If you fail in accepting and being in a job that you eventually going to dislike because you didn't vet it, it's going to be the same way with a relationship. You're going to be, you're not going to be intentional. You're not going to be able to vet those individuals so you can have a favorable outcome. We all want a favorable outcome. So that's why we really put time in to have the right relationship. We want a successful relationship. Give a shout out to our first sponsor. That's Mr. Stallworth and his great team down in South Central Alabama. They're the manicure experts in South Central Alabama. L&T Stallworth Lawn Service, LLC.
Check out L&T 7401. Again, that's 334-300-7401. Or just go to Facebook and check out Anthony Stallworth, DM Anthony, and he can connect with you. So we look forward to making it do what it do.
L&T Stallworth Service LLC, Mr. Anthony Stallworth. You can connect with Mr. Anthony Stallworth by going to Facebook as well and type in Anthony Stallworth. It'll populate his information. Then you can move forward to DM Mr. Find out he's in South Central Alabama, and he can work with you getting your lawn the way you want to see it, or getting your property cleaned off. But give him a call as well as 334-300-7401. Again, 334-300-7401. As we move forward, there are some key points about sabotaging a relationship, and you have to know these. As we say, if you want to have a successful, healthy, long-lasting relationship, you must share your intent, and you need to be intentional. To say when people who are trying to sabotage a relationship, they are intentionally and unconsciously choosing to sabotage a relationship. So it's a choice. So you make your final decision when you vet those people that you want to be in a relationship. The same thing applies to someone who wants to cause or ruin or sabotage a relationship. They are intentionally trying to sabotage the relationship. Because if they wanted a healthy relationship, they'll be intentionally in agreement to say, these are the things that I know I can provide and bring to the table so we can have a successful relationship. But if we can't intentionally say that and intentionally have the same positive thing to say about healthy relationship and a favorite outcome, we're going to end up sabotaging or ruining it. Intentional or unconsciously. Self-protective behavior. These are two things that people, when I just mentioned, it's three now: intentional and unconscional. Unconscional, meaning that you just do it, well, I'm going to do it anyway because it's a habit. I'm going to do it anyway, no matter what you talk about and say, because I have a fear and I got a negative belief that we can't be successful. But when you're talking about a self-protective behavior, see, people might sabotage relationship as a way to protect themselves from getting hurt. See, to have a healthy relationship, be intentional from the beginning. And in that process, if both people in agreement and putting the work in, then you allow yourself to be vulnerable. See, what the fear of getting hurt is because if I become vulnerable, then I'm easily hurt. But to be able to have a favorable outcome and understand what love is and what love does, and see yourself in a positive situation in your relationship, that be committed, then you have to be vulnerable. You cannot be on a self-protected mode. In essence, that behavior you're going to show when you're trying to protect yourself. See, you got love and you got self-love. See, when people don't understand how to love themselves, they sabotage the ability to love. Self-motivation, when they truly, truly don't understand how to motivate themselves, they're going to fail. Self-worth, when you lack the ability to understand your worth and yourself, you have low self-esteem and you're not operating, everything's not going your way, then you're in a protective behavior mode. You do that to call yourself, I don't want to be hurt. So I'm not willing to invest in this because I'm afraid, I fear being hurt. I fear abandonment. I fear failure. So I got a self-protected mechanism which is my behavior to make sure I protect myself from getting hurt. These are key points about sabotaging a relationship. Relationship when someone intentionally try to kill the relationship. Have you been in a situation when they intentionally try to ruin what you're doing? They intentionally don't want to do anything. They intentionally won't show up even when they said they're going to show up. So I tell you, when people show themselves, show these key points right here of sabotaging a relationship, then it's time to move on. You need to run as fast as you can, because they're intentionally and unconsciously trying to hurt you. They're trying to sabotage this relationship. Then they put up their own protection up. They got behavior that destroys relationship because they don't want to be invested in the relationship. Let's give a shout out to our next sponsor. That's Lena Payton Webb. I want to thank Dr. Webb for trusting us to share about her business, Blue Impressions Publishing, LLC. She's a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Also, Mr. Anthony Starworth is a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma Chapter in Greenville, Alabama. So we thank both of those individuals. We're going to play Dr. Webb advertisement for supporting what we're trying to do.
To share your inspiring story with the world, look no further than Blue Impressions Publishing, the premier publishing company that specializes in creating meaningful and impactful books and journals. Blue Impressions Publishing, veteran-owned by author Lena Payton Webb, offers comprehensive services to bring your vision to life. Their mission is to empower writers, mental health professionals, consultants, coaches, and spiritual leaders to make a positive impact through their publications. Not only do they publish your words, they give you the strategy to be a successful author and earn an additional source of income. So whether you're an aspiring author or a seasoned writer, Blue Impressions Publishing is the publishing company for you. Don't let your story go untold. Visit the website today, yourartisticexpressions.com. You can also call 833-991-2665 to learn more about their service and to get started on your publishing journey. Blue Impressions Publishing, where inspiring stories leave a lasting impression.
Blue Impressions Publishing, LLC, Dr. Lena Payton Webb, Dr. Webb, member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. She can publish a story, put you in a position to help write the story, also market what you're doing. You can give her a call at 833-951-2665. That's Lena, Dr. Lena Payton Webb, Blue Impressions Publishing, LLC. As we move forward, we want to kind of look at some examples of sabotaging behavior. I don't know what those examples are, but we want to present something to you, so hopefully you can recognize and it click on you that person was trying to sabotage the relationship, or I was trying to sabotage because I was doing those things as well. So some examples of sabotaging behavior. First of all, picking fights over trivial matters. Have you been in a relationship with someone that's picked a fight over something that just, why are we over here fighting about it? Because they're trying to sabotage the relationship. Holding affection or communication. You have people that use this term or use this thought, well, I'm not used to giving out a lot of affection. So do that mean you want to try? If you wanted to work and have a successful relationship, one of the worst things you can do is deal with people, and we need to know the love language of the people that we're dealing with. I know that the 5 love language, and you score. If you take the little assessment on it, you'll see where you'll see what your strongest strongest of it, and you can work from there because you have the other 3 now. If you are with someone who like physical touch, you know that's their number 1 love language. You either make your decision to get to them, decision to hold back on it and sabotage your relationship. You know that's wrong. If you're around someone who's receiving gifts, they can come in little and small, big, whatever it may be, but you need to be able to give them. See, one of the problems is once they tell you, especially affection, you need to be able to give it. If not, say you can give it, then make the decision to move on where you may be able to find someone that fits you, because apparently you're not fitting that person. Because you're not really trying to fit. Communication, effective communication, open, being able to communicate, not having a problem talking about things with that person that's considered your mate. Making excuses to avoid spending time together. When someone no longer wants to spend time with you, you can start recognizing that they're attempting to get out of this relationship and they're sabotaging or ruining what's going on, making it hard to move forward. This is a behavior. Bringing up past issues constantly. You know, that one is, don't want people to bring up past issues, but if you had a discussion about something that person was an issue with, and they don't see it to change after you say you're going to do all this to change, they're going to bring it up again, but then they're going to stop bringing it up. But they're going to be making sure they clear you that we need to move on in our separate direction. We need to leave each other because you're not trying to do what you need to do. You say you want to be intentional. You want to be intent on having a successful relationship. And when you don't address the issues or try to correct the behavior, you're trying to sabotage that relationship. Being overly critical and dismissive. When someone constantly criticizing you, not listening to you, and they always have negative things to say, they're just trying to sabotage this relationship. Trying to break it to an end. Engaging in risky behavior that could jeopardize the relationship. Engaging in risky behavior. First thing they say, oh, he must be cheap. But it could be some things that deal with abuse, some things, addiction. That could be other things. Some people may start drinking just because they know that's going to bother. They may start smoking when they know that's going to bother the other person. See, they're trying to jeopardize that relationship by doing risky behavior. These are some examples of sabotaging behavior that a lot of individuals participating. You may not even know you're participating. You write down the pros and cons, then see, okay, are these some of the things I'm doing? This is why I can't have a relationship that would have a favorable outcome or a long-lasting committed relationship, because I am sabotaging. Accountability is like kryptonite. People don't want to say, I'm responsible for everything. Also, when I'm dealing with other people, I'm causing them to not be able to be with me because I'm risky things to sabotage the relationship. Is that you? If so, think about it. If you don't know how to address it, seek help. Our next sponsor is Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana, Alabama. Co-owners Marvin Smith as Katrina Roper Smith has the best Southern cooking in South Central Alabama. Mary Ruth's Restaurant.
for home-cooked food in a family-friendly environment? No further than Mary Ruth's. Mary Ruth's Restaurant. Located at 261 State Highway in beautiful Georgiana, Alabama. Great food in a family-friendly environment. Mary Ruth's Restaurant offers home breakfast. All the things you they've got. And home-cooked breakfast. Home-cooked breakfast, lunch, and items. Mary Ruth's Restaurant specializes in a meat and 3 vegetable meal. And meat and 3. Also, home-cooked hamburgers, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, and much, much more. Seafood lunches. Mary Ruth's Restaurant has seafood Friday, barbecue Saturday, and it's all hot fresh and made from scratch, including the desserts and so much more. Eating good. Stop by 261 West State Highway 106 in Georgiana. Mary Ruth's Restaurant. Call today 334-362-4032. That's 334-362-4032. Mary Ruth's Restaurant. Home cooked meals. Family-friendly environment. Great food. Who can ask for more in a restaurant? Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana. Breakfast from 7 a.m. until 10 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Lunch from 11 to 2. And dinner from 5 until 9. Barbecue Saturdays begin at 11 a.m. and last until 9. Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana. Home cooked food with a family-friendly environment. Come on by. From 11 a.m. until 5 p.m.
That's Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana, Alabama. The best Southern cooking in South Central Alabama. The co-owners, Marvin Smith, Katrina Roper Smith, both are members of the Blue and White family. Mom is a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma chapter of Greenville. And Katrina's a Roper Smith, a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. They're located at 261 State Highway 106, West Georgiana, Alabama. You can give Marvin a call or Katrina a call at 334-549-0950. I'll go to Facebook, type in Marvin Smith, and he's normally posting the meals of the day, and Katrina Roper Smith on her page, and they'll pop. You can find out more information. DM, they can give you even more information. So thank you so much, Mary Ruth Restaurant, for your support in what we're doing. Matter of fact, if you're in that area, South Central Alabama, as I mentioned about those brothers of Phi Beta Sigma and Zeta Phi Sigma chapter with their Operation Blue Hope annual elderly blanket to the nursing homes in Butler County and Crenshaw County, they have 2 boxes set up to donate a blanket to the cause down at Mary Ruth's Restaurant. If you're in that direction or traveling that area, go by Walmart in Greenville, pick up a couple of blankets, and they run about $4 or $5, and bring them and drop them off and have your awesome meal as well. As we move forth, we have to look at self-sabotage in a relationship. You really need to know what it is. We gave you examples of sabotaging behavior. We gave you the meaning. We truly have talked about those things that relate to just sabotaging. Let's look at self-sabotaging. Some people really don't understand what it is in a relationship, but let us share this with you. Self-sabotaging in relationship involves engaging in behavior, risky behavior, either consciously or unconsciously. Just remember, you can be conscious about what you're doing and also unconsciously doing it. But it's risky behavior that can lead to the end of that relationship. So you're trying to end that relationship without going to the person, having a conversation, say, I no longer want to be in a relationship, and I'm trying, we need to make a decision. Because at this point, we need to go our separate ways. But you have to have that. Grown people have those conversations. Grown people don't ghost people. Grown people just don't not communicate with them. You have to communicate. If you are a responsible adult, you're willing to be accountable for your actions, talk with them and come to a mutual agreement. So you won't be hurting people or putting people in risky situations. When we're talking about self-sabotage, just like I just said, it's conscious and unconscious. We also have to keep in mind that when a person's trying to end a relationship, a lot of times It might involve pushing the other person. Not so much is physically pushing, but indirectly pushing them away and finding reason to get out of the relationship. The thing we have to always keep in mind, if we understand our flags, relationship flags, we always talk about the red flags, but there are many other flags that goes along. You got the green flag, blue flag, white flag, pink flag, yellow flag, purple flag, black flag. All of these flags go along, and it tells you exactly where you are, so you can not wait till you get to the red flag to respond. But when people show themselves, believe what you see. Then I tell you, you need to run as fast as you can, because they're going to continue to press you and put you in a situation. They're trying to push you away. And they're trying to find a reason to end the relationship instead of being an adult, putting their big boy and big girl pants on and having a conversation. Don't sabotage your life. Don't sabotage your relationship. Definitely don't just self-sabotage it just because you want to get out. Have a conversation. Grown people have conversations. Grown men, grown women have conversations. Grown males and grown females, they're afraid to have conversation. And they don't want to be accountable. They don't want to be responsible, because accountability is like kryptonite. We have to keep that in mind. As we move forward, we have to understand when we're talking about self-sabotage and how it looks in a relationship. Before we do that, we're going to give a shout out to our next sponsor. That's Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace. Jennifer Jackson, I want to thank her so much for investing in what we're doing here, because we invest in them to make sure that Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace, some of the best soap and perfume scents in South Central Alabama. Miss Jennifer Jackson, we're going to listen to her advertisement.
Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace. They have the best soap and perfume scents in South Central Alabama. That's Miss Jennifer Jackson. You can contact her through Facebook. Go to Jennifer, the one in Jackson, Charlie A. Eagle, as well as you can give a call 251-227-1885. Let's check them out. Reported by WVSW Radio, the number one internet station with listeners in 4,500 and on 600. Jennifer and your team make it do what it do.
My Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace. You can go to Facebook and type in Jennifer one in Jackson and Charlie's Angel, or you can give her a call at the number that we mentioned, but we'll repeat it right quick, 251-227-1885. That's Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace. Abdullah, thank you so much for joining us. You just jumped in here. Tim, thank you so much. As we move to look at pretty much what self-sabotage in a relationship look like, these are just some examples of behaviors we already kind of mentioned. When you're around and in a relationship with someone, blaming and criticizing your partner for his or her shortcomings. Play the blame game. One up someone. You have to keep in mind, when people are not able to blame, not able to take responsibility, they blame others. So criticizing your partner for his or her shortcomings, setting unrealistic high standards for the relationship. Do not set unrealistic goals and standards. This show is all about level up. It's a podcast that if you take time to do what's right and concentrate on what's required, you can level up with life and you can level up your success. You have to do the same thing. You have to set realistic goals and standards. When you set them too high, we're not having a conversation completely about those realistic, unrealistic, or realistic goals or standards, they will not work out. Picking fights. Have you been in a relationship when someone want to pick a fight? Some guys have this kind of a mentality. They pick a fight so they can leave and go do what they want to do. Ladies pick fights the same way so they can either distance themselves from you. Picking a fight is a behavior where you're trying to sabotage your relationship, your marriage. Committing time and energy, the two things that you control as an individual. No one can take this away from you. You control how much time and how much energy you want to put into a relationship, a project, whatever it may be with your partner. But if you choose to only put 10% in and keep 90% out, you're not committed. You're just not committed. And commitment requires you to say, I got to put my greatest effort on my greatest foot forward so we can be successful. Your time and effort. You may not be willing to give it to the other person, your partner, your mate. You might have in your mind, this may not be the person I want to be with. Then you need to have that conversation with that person. Again, put on your big boys, big panties, drawers, like old country folks said, or underwears,